Alright, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to one of the most underrated adventure, hard-boiled detective, just games in general of the 90s. From Westwood Studios, this is 1997's Blade Runner. An excellent title, based on the film of the same name. 1982 film of the same name. Actually, a lot of the same voice actors are involved in this. Early in the 21st century, the Tyrell Corporation advanced robot evolution into the Nexus phase, of being virtually identical to a human known as a replicant. The Nexus 6 replicants were superior in strength and agility, and at least equal in intelligence to the genetic engineers who created them. Reps were used off-world as slave labor in the hazardous exploration and colonization of other planets. After a bloody mutiny by a Nexus 6 combat team in an off-world colony, reps were declared illegal on Earth under penalty of death. Special police squads, Blade Runner units, that's us, had orders to shoot to kill upon detection any trespassing replicant. This was not called execution. It was called retirement. Alright. You're into it now, right? By the way, I have to mention this, we have a no commentary version of this playthrough. Link will be in the description. If you hate my voice, we got you covered. 2019, remember this? A few years ago when all this was going down? LA, man, I'm glad they fixed this. I'm glad they fixed all of this. Oh, Vangelis, excellent soundtrack. So this game, if you've seen the 1982 film, the original Blade Runner, I know they made a remake, this takes place parallel.
I'm leaving now.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runser, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary.
Not cool.
We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait, I haven't finished with you. I told you we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I.
Huh.
That is the price for humility.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Don't take it out on... Oh.
Not my animals, please. I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. The forest of the night.
BR 61661, report to precinct headquarters.
Heavy intro. This is us.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief, considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
It's the same soundtrack from the film, which means it's fantastic.
BR 61661, report to division headquarters. Code 3, repeat code 3.
Last time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Gouza was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, because it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in, and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal murder done at Runciter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runciter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
That's Jeff Garland, by the way, playing Guza,
Slumming tonight, Slim?
our superior.
I thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
Couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse, they never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put them on the machine?
Hell no! There's a beautiful little thing in here called the Magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What's Guza got you doing tonight?
AM at Runciter's.
Animal murder.
Bastards.
Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-world paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Ask, McCoy. Good lord.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
All right. Still not a Sierra game, but still an adventure game, so to speak. So let's make sure we save early and often. Ray McCoy. There we go. Doing this live, by the way, and I ran a poll right before we started asking the audience if we should be a ruthless replicant hunting Blade Runner or more of a rep sympathizer. Overwhelming went with the hunt those reps down, which is good because we have an existing playthrough of this game on this channel where we were a bit more sympathetic. Actually, got a little romantic with one of the reps, spoiler alert, so this might be a little bit different this go around, but let's check.
What do you know?
About 30
Get some
counts of
details
animal
here.
murder and one of aggravated assault. The shop's been thrashed. You ought to see this tiger cub they got in there. It's a goddamn tragedy.
How's old man Runciter holding up?
State of shock, he's been moaning and complaining about his world caving in.
You'd feel the same way if they were your animals. How many perps?
At least 2. Bloody footprints all over the scene.
Must be a delightful sight.
Tell you, animal abusers, worst on the planet.
Find
Reps
anything
or
else
no?
out here?
Zilcho, row actions inside. Abstract art.
Ugh.
All over the walls and ceiling.
Oh, God.
I never did appreciate art. Find anything else out here?
Zilcho,
All right.
row actions inside.
I gotta talk to you
Abstract
until
art.
you start repeating yourself. Did anyone get any details?
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Shouldn't have had to tell you to do your job, officer, but that's fine. I love in this game the mechanic of double click, you start running. Single click, you walk. Double click, you start moving. I like that. What do we got here?
Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome.
Horse crow.
Bag it and tag it.
McCoy's sense of humor. It's a little thing. So we just pull out our gun on command with right click. This scene gets a whole lot darker. All right.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
Okay, that's something.
Interesting.
Trash can? Always check the trash
Nothing
can.
even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Fair enough.
Nothing even remote.
All right, let's get back in the car. Anybody see anything?
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho.
Okay. I guess that's it for now. Let's head inside. Not for the weak of stomach. Nah, it's not animated.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled. Graceful even. Quite a pair.
I don't know why that line sticks in my head after all these years, but it does. Mr. Runstetter?
McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
The one
She's responsible
the one you were
for
trying
all
to
this
assault
mayhem?
during the intro?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent.
Good description, I suppose. Anything else?
I can tell you're crushed. Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First, I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts? My precious one. She was my baby.
Big caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry.
Wasn't even-
Ballistics might give me a fix on it.
I wasn't even trying to pick anything up there. Alright, the stereo effect is interesting. We're on the right side of the screen and the dialogue is coming in my right ear right there. Chinian. How much have we got? Infinite Chinian? I'll take that. So we have conversation choices in this game. They don't have a big effect on how we talk to people, but we're probably just going to stick with normal. I like the wild card. Erratic. Surly. Always a good choice. And then, hey, how you doing? I don't know, actually. We're a bit of a loose cannon. I'll go with that. Designer cut just cuts out a lot of the dialogue and things like that. Just kind of focuses on the main points that you need for the game. It's if you've played the game before you tick that, but we're going to leave that off. Subtitles on, of course. Let's save again and get back to this animal murder scene right here. Awful as it is. So we got the shell casings. How about that camera?
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Chinyens worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that.
His mind's all over the place. He's just been the victim of a big ol' animal murder. Big ol' animal murder.
I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
I like when you're expecting for the future and everything, you know, at the very least video evidence, but it's just stills, if memory serves.
Video screens were everywhere in this damn city. Sometimes I wondered if they were watching us. I usually just changed the channel, but to each his own.
Big brother. No need to pull the gun out. All right, how about the back of...
I'd never seen dead animals before, and I never wanted to again. I didn't want to look too closely. The boys back at the lab would tell me all I needed to know.
Yeah.
My precious one. She was my baby.
You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
I resent that accusation.
Fake animals?
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron coat. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions. Do I look like I need to carry artificial product?
Just asking.
My precious one. She was my baby.
There's a test I'd like you to take.
Voight-Kampff?
No. I have a lot of cleaning up to do.
It won't take too long.
All right, so this is our first replicant test that we're giving out. We ask probing questions to find out if the subject is human or one of the replicants which we are hunting down.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Uptown. Your office already has my address.
All right, our machine has been calibrated. So we have low intensity, medium intensity, and do you murder animals? That's basically where those questions go. Let's start out with a nice easy one.
You're crying. Why is that?
Because all my animals...
On the top, human reaction gauge. On the bottom, rep gauge. Ideally for our subject, that's going to win out, otherwise it's a quick gun to the head.
For your anniversary, your spouse gives you a real goldfish.
I'd checked Sydney's for the resale value. Goldfish depreciate quickly.
I wouldn't know.
A lot of hypothetical questions.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
Childhood is full of harsh lessons.
Pretty sure he's a human, but...
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints. A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
What do you expect me to say?
You don't have to say anything. The Voight-Kampff measures...
I understand how it works.
What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to
My
you?
favorite question.
I'm not answering that.
I have a gun that says you will,
You're
Runsitter.
7 years old. You managed to steal several marshmallows from the kitchen and sneak them back to your bedroom. You're caught, and your father spanks you.
I wouldn't let him touch me.
Positive result.
Human.
Subject is human. Test terminated.
Alright. Fair enough.
Tell me about this Lucy.
I won't
There's
shoot you.
not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for about a month. She's about 14 years
14?
old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
Attractive.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone.
Ogilvy's.
And he's a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
What did she do around here? Feed the animals?
I'm the only one who handles my animals, detective.
So what did she do?
Unskilled labor, mostly. She was perfect for that. As if she were made for
You
it.
saying something?
She got a desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there. I'm ruined. Totally
in the back.
ruined.
This is where Lucy's personal space, I guess, this tiny little Bob Cratchit-like desk. Please have a little heat, Mr. Runsitter. No! Work harder. Oh, put the gun away. What do we got here?
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
Well, some good Chinese food.
A candy bar. Yuck.
To each their own?
A toy dog. Well, isn't that cute?
I love his responses to some of these. Anything in the back? No. Alright. I think that might be it. For our crime scene, we'll have to let the boys in the lab explain the rest to us, as we said. We can go over the security footage that he gave us as well back at HQ.
It didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft.
Yeah.
The small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance.
Yes, in this futuristic dystopia that we are living in, animals are incredibly rare. Most of them have died out, and only the rich can afford them at this point. Find anything useful, officer? Learn anything?
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runsitter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
Big fat guy.
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Okay.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Real actions.
All right. Let's take off. Takes us to the overworld map right here where we have a
Select destination.
few options. This is
Runsitter's Animal
Runsitter's
Shop. Chinatown.
Chinatown.
Your apartment.
More locations open up as we get more clues and, obvious choices begin to unlock.
Police station. Your apartment.
All right, let's swing by our apartment real quick because we happen to own an animal of our own. Little Maggie. There's also replicant animals, I should mention, that we did ask Runstetter about that, where your animal's real, and he said, I resent that. We saved up...
31 Sector 3, LA.
This is 31 Sector 3, go ahead.
31 Sector 3, 1179, possible 1144 in the Chinatown district. Vehicle versus pedestrian, 1020 is
Jester.
Yukon Street. Be advised, suspect vehicle has fled the scene.
LA 10-4, 31 Sector 3, responding code 3.
There you go.
All units stand by for emergency traffic. BOL, dark sedan, possible front-end
There you
damage.
go.
Wanted for hit and run
Thank
on
you.
a ped in Chinatown district. Last seen northbound on Yukon.
Oh, I should probably check that out. But anyway, we'll get to that. We have to feed our dog first, like any good police officer. Yes, this is a more recent version of the game via
Voice print identification. Your floor number, please.
which floor are we?
Apartment.
McCoy, 88F.
McCoy, 88F.
88.
I don't know why I
Thank
have
you.
that line play in my head whenever I get on an elevator. I can't help it. Can't control it. Just ingrained in
I
my
lived
brain.
with the best gal I'd ever seen. She was 2 now and full of life and love. She'd cost me about a year's salary, but she was worth it. It was good to have someone warm nearby after completing a dirty job, and the retirement swag from this case would go toward getting her a partner.
I'll say. Hello, Maggie.
Maggie, come here, girl.
She's a sweet girl. How do I feed you? Where's the food? Is this the food?
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Did I feed her?
Here you go,
There you
baby.
go.
Dinner time.
Nice. Good girl. All right. I think we have our own little Esper. That's the crime computer, basically. We can use this at
Scanning
the
video
office, but
disc.
we can use it at home
2
as well.
enhanceable images found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
There we go.
Run sitter crime scene.
So again, crime scene footage. You think the camera in 2019 would get at least video footage. It's just a couple stills, unfortunately. But this is kind of cool. We can zoom in on different parts of the photograph, and it can enhance them. Not much to say about Runstetter, I suppose. Then it enhances it right there, but that's fine. Yeah, that's not necessarily what we want. Can we zoom back out all the way? There's one of those. There's that tiger that got it, unfortunately. Runstetter swears it's real. I don't know. Looks real, I guess. We should be better at our job, but I honestly don't know. Anything in the back? Nice thing is, if you zoom in on approximately the right part of the photo, they throw you a bone and just automatically zoom in on where you're meant to go. All right, let's try
Run
this one.
sitter crime scene.
Here we are. Can we get a little closer on our 2 stars? Hold on, can we get the license plate? Because that would be amazing. There you go. When it zooms back out, that's when you know you've hit pay dirt.
Local license plate. Give me a hard copy of that.
There we are. Zoom out. And it looks like we can get a face of at least the first guy. JFK director's cut with 2 extra hours of footage. Back and to the left.
He looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that.
Love a critic reference. All right. That might be everything. We got the license plate. We got the face. All right. Is this just for photos? Can I access the database on here too? That might be it. I know we can go into our... Here we go. And this shows and that we get the little arrows for anything which is newly added to our crime database here. It's a proper detective game as well. We have our suspects, first off. We have the second guy who we didn't have a good shot of. He was behind the main guy. Clue filters, yeah, he's the replicant cloud tag right there. Lucy, of course. All the clues which link to Lucy.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act.
We'll
She's the
see,
young girl who
Runsitter,
works
we'll
for me.
see.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously.
That's suspects. This is evidence. Oh, that's the crime scene. This is evidence right here. Okay. There we go.
Big caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry. Ballistics might give me a fix on it.
And I think we need to click through all these
Howie Lee's in Chinatown.
just to make
I'd eaten there myself.
just to make sure we've
This woman says she saw that kid who worked. This woman says she saw this guy
acknowledged
lives across
everything.
31 Sector 3.
Judging from the
about 30.
scratches and
There's the license plate.
Positive result.
Yeah.
Subject is human.
Yeah, he's all right. Oh yeah, tick everything there. All right. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Let's get a save. Ray McCoy. There's multiple endings to this game as well, so there's that. We're not going to see them all. You can see a different ending, obviously, in my original playthrough, but that one had some technical difficulties as well. It's part of the reason why I'm revisiting this, aside from the fact that I also just love this game. Use the restroom. Love a game where you can use the restroom midway through. Let's enjoy some Blade Runner blues from Vangelis outside on our little balcony here. I love just the music kind of fades in. In the original playthrough I did of this, I just sort of, I waxed a little bit about how much I love this game while I was out here on the balcony. In one of the episodes, and someone left a comment, they're like, "We don't care your thoughts on the game, we just want to see the game." And that always stuck with me as well, just like McCoy 88F. So again, we have a no commentary instance of this playthrough. People watching that are probably wondering why we're just standing on the balcony right now, but yeah, this theme is so good. Just holding my gun, thinking about life here on this balcony. It ain't much, man, but it's ours. It's ours. Alright. Let's get back to it. Yeah, my brother gifted me this game for Christmas in the late 90s, and I was kind of like, a game I'd never heard of. And then I actually checked it out, and I was like, wow, this game is actually really cool. So there you go. Don't judge anything by its cover, I suppose.
Voice print identification.
That's
Your floor number, please.
the moral of the story. All right.
Roof.
Let's go to the roof. We can leave at the bottom, but all right, back to the car. Yeah, I didn't mean I didn't mean to say that to get sympathy or anything. To each their own. To each their own. You just can't help it. Like I said, McCoy 88F. It sticks
Police station.
somewhere in the back of your brain, or my brain at least. Yeah, like there's shots straight out of the original Blade Runner. I mentioned in opening, I think a lot of the same voice actors. I have the cast list up here. We have Stephen Root, which is pretty cool. He was not in the original cast, but Sean Young is in this. All right. I forget the different floors.
Ground floor.
Sure.
Lockup.
Okay, we haven't arrested anyone yet.
Mainframe and shooting range.
All right, we might try our luck.
Laboratory.
Let's check and see if they've cleaned anything off of the evidence which we've turned in.
Got anything new for me, Dino?
Dino.
Not right now. If anything else turns up, you'll be the first to know.
Huh. Okay. Fair enough. Did I turn anything in yet? Is there a way to... I think I need to upload all of that, actually. At the,
Mainframe and shooting range.
in my office.
The Tyrell Corporation today recalled the last four functioning entertainment model next...
Well, not my office, but I think this is where we can upload everything.
Uploading
There we go.
personal clue database.
There it is.
Downloading mainframe clue database.
Every time we do this, it's a good idea.
Clue database transfer complete.
Thank you. It's a good idea.
New clues added to personal
That's what I'm
database.
trying to say.
Please check Kaya.
All right, so let's check the Kaya database. notes. Anything new? Let's go. Crime scene notes.
This is Crystal Steele, badge number BR61354. Still working the explosion at the Tyrell manufacturing plant. It'll take a day or so to analyze the debris, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're dealing with a bomber here. Right now, it looks like the protesters had nothing to do with it. They were in too close proximity to have been in on the deal. No MOs or identities are rolling up just yet, and I'm still going through the inset files to see if any replicant munitions experts are unaccounted for.
Alright, so Crystal's working alongside Deckard, played by Harrison Ford in the original Blade Runner or the Blade Runner film, is also, as I said, working his case parallel to ours, but I don't think we get... There's a couple references to him, which is kind of cool, but for the most part, we're going to get some stuff from Steele. Updates from what she's been working on. Her own case, sort of which might dovetail with ours at some point, you know? It's all reps, right? It's all reps, right?
Mainframe
laboratory. Let's see if Dino has anything for us now. Dino?
Got anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. The shell casings from Runciter should be in the Museum of Military History.
How's that?
They're from an Ender rifle. It's standard issue off-world military hardware. Heavy caliber. That puppy can punch right through a tank.
What can I conclude from that?
Whoever used this piece didn't just walk into their local sporting goods store and buy it. Those babies are collectibles, and they ain't cheap.
Anything else?
Anything else?
We got the animal corpses from Runciter's, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
Come on.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Anamoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
They're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week.
No reply.
Anything else?
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant?
Yeah.
It's from a ground car.
You sure?
Ancient.
The angle of impact was almost head-on.
Ancient technology.
And there ain't too many spinning drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
That's good.
Anything else?
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runciter's is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
Classic.
It's okay, not what I call a classic.
Not a classic.
Any way to find the car's owner?
Well, you'd need the license number or the VIN number from the inside of the door. You run either number through the mainframe and it'll ID the car for you.
But I have the license. Well, I have a
Anything
license
else?
number.
Zip, man. Try me later.
Yes. Remember 2019 when everyone had flying cars? What a time to be alive. Don't know why we got rid of those.
Mainframe.
All right, let's go to the shooting range. Actually, let's see if there's anything new since we went through all that with Dino. Probably not, but might be no new shots or anything. All right, do your job, Crystal. Upload some crappy stills from video.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database.
So this we're playing this on Scum, the Scum VR. Not VR, the scumware, you know, the emulator that makes things run that shouldn't run otherwise today. And they've managed to unlock a lot of the content which was locked up with the release of the game. So some things which you didn't get to see in the original game are in this version. So a little extra dialogue here and there, things like that. So I'm experiencing a lot of this for the first time as well. Very exciting. Just wanted to say that. Wanted posters?
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos.
Cigarette?
Lucky Strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
Alright, I'm a bit embarrassed to say I've never figured out how to get the training maze to actually work for me, so let's try it again.
Well, if it ain't Ray McCoy. Bryant finally letting you play with the big boys.
Jeff Garland.
Clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece?
Gooza.
Don't leave home without it.
First time through is always the toughest. Listen for the bell tone. That'll let you know when you're too slow reacting to a hot target.
Then what?
You can keep going, but your score's gonna suffer. And take it easy in there. Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Gouza was going to requisition some new
Jeff
ones.
Garland.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Gouza could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked mice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy.
Peachy. Alright, am I good to go? Oh, is that me clicking on me? Oh, it is. Okay. Didn't know that was a thing.
You keeping busy, pal?
Pal?
Come back at me when you got something worthwhile, McCoy.
Alright, let's try the shooting range. Maybe this version will work for me? I always just walked.
Hit the lock, Jack.
I guess there ain't no harm in it.
Do I need my gun?
Target
Alright.
and shoot all threats.
Maybe it'll just work.
Do not shoot innocents. Confirm target as hostile before shooting.
Yeah, this was my problem. No targets ever popped out. Maybe I just didn't wait long enough? Is it going to be like Hogan's Alley when all the targets are super obvious? Oh! Okay, I just didn't wait long enough, I guess. I was just super impatient. I don't... How can you tell if that's a human? Not what you want to hear from a Blade Runner, by the way. It's the worst thing. Put the gun down! Sorry, did the target shoot back? I don't like that. Am I shooting a lot of people? I need to look for the blue guns or the red guns. That's not a target. Oh, she has a baby. Okay, don't shoot the baby. Die! All humans have babies, obviously. Yeah, it was so much simpler in 2019 to differentiate the bad guys from the humans. Alright, we can't have all our fun on one screen. Let's keep moving. Is that a... I can't tell. Oh, they do have a gun. I think you had a gun? I don't see a gun on you. Alright, you had a gun. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, this is great. I've never successfully done this. I just ran right through and was like, my copy's broken. My brother hates me. You just have to wait like 10 seconds, I guess, on each screen. Boom! 1, 2, 3. I kind of want to do this over now that I think I know the difference. We'll do it later on in the series. Let's just finish out. No gun, I don't think. No gun? What? You had a gun? Don't scream like you didn't have a gun. Oh, you have a gun! Oh, she had a baby. Baby could have been loaded, man. You don't know. I'm really bad at this, but in my defense, I just spent 5 minutes saying, oh, I've never done this before. Stop it. Alright, I don't know, like, you think eventually there would be like a beep that would tell you to move on to the next screen. Reminds me of that scene from Men in Black. Like, why did you find the need? Like, you didn't shoot anybody, but it was... I forget, it was... He gave some excellent explanation as to why that was the alien out of everybody else. It's been a while since I've seen Men in Black, I'm not gonna lie. Put down the baby, ma'am. That's a good shot. Alright. I could be better. I don't see a gun. It sounds like a gun, but I don't see a gun. Alright, I screwed this up. We'll do this at the end. Do you have a gun or a baby? America's favorite game show, gun or baby? Anything? Baby. Gun. Wow, they're getting faster on these screens. Baby or not. Gun. Thankfully, I went with the gun with infinite ammo in the chamber. I bet you got a gun. You got a gun so hard, yeah. Alright, moving on. This might be the last screen. Oh, that was it. Okay. Let's check our score. Come on, did we take down Steel? Negative 22! Oh, God. I'd have done better if I just stayed at home and pet Maggie. Wow. Harrison Ford got a lowly 10. Still better than my negative 22, but still. Harrison Ford, come on now. Wow, that's embarrassing. They really don't like you shooting people. Alright. Well, let's go do more police stuff.
Roof.
That was fun. 20 plus years later, I finally got to do the shooting range and find out I'm terrible at it.
Destination. Chinatown.
Let's go to Chinatown, check out those chopsticks, Howie's, see if he has any information for us.
Real sushi was a luxury reserved only for the elite, since most sea life had become radioactive after the Third Terran War.
Yeah.
The rest of us had to eat new sushi, soya mixed with off-world lichen.
Ugh. Gotta do what you gotta do. Let's go, Koi 2. Alright, so... Oh, this is, let's talk to him first. Hold on. We gotta start interrogating people, actually. This is user choice. Yeah, open up to me. I think that's the best move.
McCoy, LPD. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sorry, my man. I just don't got the time.
No?
You're a pretty smart-looking cat. You want to make some money?
Pay me large, you got my rapt attention.
Depends on how much the information's worth.
Unfortunately, my man, I got a bug.
Got to mix more out back.
Dynamite dining, old man. Catch you later.
Like that jacket. Alright, let's talk to Howie.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
When business thriving, night always beautiful.
You're a prince, Howie. Ah, here we go. Choices.
This from your place, isn't it?
Could be. Chopstick come from Yoshi's restaurant supply.
How long has that chef worked for you?
Zubin? Just month. Superior chef makes all kinds of new soup.
Full-bodied man with a giant butcher knife. That sound familiar?
Heard there was an accident down here. A hit and run.
Ha! There are more accidents than Suido no Nezumi, Suwa rats.
What's real fresh tonight?
Nothing down, McCoy.
Really?
No, sir. Any luck? Something interesting arrived tomorrow.
You're a prince, Howie.
See you later, Howie.
Thought at some point he said you're a prince. At least he's honest with us. Nothing's fresh. Not a lot of restaurant owners would come to that, but alright, let's see if we can talk to Zubin, the chef.
Howie says you're a master chef.
You not come back here. Air bad.
This'll only take a minute.
Hey, you know Lucy?
I'm looking for a girl, about 14 years old with pink hair.
Pretty memorable.
You seen her?
I don't know her.
You seem belligerent.
There's a test I'd like you to take. It won't take too long.
Test? What kind of test?
I think you know.
Kind of a personality test. Totally routine.
Routine?
Wait for it. There we go. Chase him. Ah, Zubin. Only making it hard by running.
A big guy run past here?
Hey, maybe spare some chinion?
Fine, yes.
Thanks. The big man, he kinda limping. That away.
That way? You can kill him, by the way, and the game ends. For killing an innocent man. As you'd expect.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was...
No time. Get the gun back out. Save. New save. Don't even have time to save right now, but we're doing it. Oh, it's eerily quiet. Oh, Zubin. Zubin. Get down. Sit down, Zubin. All right, that'll do it. You saw it. He had a butcher knife, right?
Lightning Squad, Rep Unit, Battle of the Gemini. I'd retired a war hero, someone who'd fought for the freedom of the off-world colonists. The poor guy kind of reminded me of one of those Buffalo soldiers, blacks who had killed and died for America, yet weren't allowed to drink alongside whites. And maybe, just maybe, the photograph validated his own existence. I've gotten all I can from that.
All right. Zubin down. And looks like the hello?
Hold it right there! Chill it, man. Just took a wrong turn back there, that's all.
Take your business elsewhere.
An excellent idea.
Yeah, this is a crime scene now. Well, not crime scene, but we do have a rep's body to dispose of.
Rumor has it you've been earning your stripes, McCoy.
Working on it.
Keep it up. You just might have a future
Gaff.
in this business.
I understand it's got a hell of a retirement plan.
I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that moonbus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Brian thinks it crashed out into Kipple.
How many reps we talking about?
Enough. They're Nexus 6s, so don't take too much slack.
Gotcha.
You VK the mark before retirement?
Didn't have to.
Didn't have to.
That's why they call it the magic.
I'm starting to understand.
You ever retire a human, your career is over.
I know it.
Remember that.
Yeah, I don't have to Voight-Kampff them when they come at you with a butcher knife, thankfully. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video, and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.